When I was a kid, when I growing up in University Heights, when I was in my teens, my dad was an auxiliary for University Heights and auxiliary officer, and he would leave a scanner at home, and I would listen to the radio all the time, the scanner radio all the time, and just kind of jumping through that radio. I wanted to be out there and be a policeman and did what policemen do. I mean, there's a lot of joking around with friends, about, certain aspects of me being Jewish, but it certainly isn't like, I mean, I don't feel uncomfortable working here. I've been with the city over 25 years. I've never felt like, you know, like somebody targeted me because I was Jewish or, I can tell you like there was one time when I was on patrol and I was at a gas station in the city, and as I was walking out, some guy said to me, how's it like working with for all these Jews? And obviously, he had some, some what's the word I'm looking for? Not racism, but obviously some you know unpopular opinions about Jews, and I just let him talk for a little bit, and I figured that probably making him feel a little foolish was probably the, maybe, he wasn't going to change his thoughts, but maybe it would change his mouth. And, when he spoke up and I said, it's really not a bad city to work in. The people are really nice and appreciative of us, and he made another, I don't remember what the other comment was. And then I finally said, I mean, being Jewish, it's really not such a bad place to work. Something to that effect. And, you could just see his jaw hit the ground, and, we get paid a lot of money to get yelled at and be called names and whatnot. And, I could really care less. You can call me names all day long. It's not going to bother me. I'm not that kind of person. You are what you are. And, he didn't really say anything else. He kind of walked away with his head down to the ground. So, maybe that'll at least, make him think twice about what he says, because you never know who you're talking to. But other than that, I mean, I can't really think back on anything else that stands out. It always has. I've always thought that if something was going to happen, in the greater Cleveland area, targeting a group of people, based on their religions or religious beliefs, it's going to be here. And I've always had the mindset that it's not if it's going to happen, it's when, because I don't know if it's still the case, but my understanding was a few years ago, we had the largest Jewish population per capita in the world, meaning that, if 90% of our, 11, 12,000 residents were Jewish, that then per capita, we have the largest population in a 5.3 square mile area. And we have so many Jewish facilities and, temples, and there's just so much in this small compact area. And even if you went out a few more miles, you're looking at, Orange Village and others in Cleveland Heights and University Heights, they all have that Jewish population. So I've always thought that, that it's a big concern. And I've got to tell you, I mean, this city, this police department, for at least the last 20 some years, 5, 6 years that I've been here, has always had that mindset. And I think we do a really good job at working with our local partners with the Jewish Federation, and doing and working on security, and we're constantly reevaluating things. And I think we work really well with the community. I think that if something catastrophic were to have been planned against the Jewish community, it would be here in Beachwood or University Heights or Cleveland Heights, somewhere in this area. I mean, I think we have more Jewish facilities than anywhere probably in Ohio, right in this 5.3 square mile area. So I think if we're going to be targeted by terrorism, that this would be. I mean, there's been some small anti-Semitic things over the years that we've seen, like flyers being placed out, and I guess anything small, I don't want to downplay it, but you know, flyers placed on people's homes or in mailboxes. But I mean, we're very responsive to it, you know, if there is anything, and we're very, very present in the neighborhoods and or in the Jewish neighborhoods and the facilities here. So, you know, I think people see that. We are a very diverse group, especially as of late. I mean, we've really our ranks are very diverse, and um, we are very approachable. We are very fair, and we're very proud of what we do. I really think that our officers, you know, it doesn't matter what their race, religion, what their, you know, male, female, it doesn't matter. They are all very committed to this city and committed to their what they do. I mean, and you know, the thing is, like the mall, the theft at the mall and all the issues we have at the mall, you know, we're very responsive to it because we don't want to see things like what happens at the mall to close that mall down. I mean, obviously that would affect us. You know, it could affect how many officers we have in this department because it's a big tax base, you know, for the city. And we're very vested in our community. We really are. It's a very, I mean, and if I didn't believe that, I just wouldn't say it. You know, I just I wouldn't talk negatively, but I just wouldn't say it. So I truly believe that, you know, our officers are really dedicated to our community. And we're really good at what we do. I mean, we deal with what I don't think people know is, like in 2019, we had 174 instances where we took somebody that was having a mental crisis to the hospital. Out of 174, we had to put hands on 2 of those people. It's pretty spectacular numbers if you think about it. And that's not all of the people that we dealt with mental illness. You know, we do an extremely good job with that.